Team Liquid early on. Look at Device waiting patiently, and he's going to best Stewie in that head-to-head.
It doesn't bait them in. So calculated, so cold. Astralis never wavering, never running the gun a little bit too early. The reflash back, but Device is patiently waiting. Astralis have been doing this all event, giving up this top B position, never getting caught by these aggressive CT plays. And that's a read from Liquid that could go the wrong way. They send a rotate round. Naf doubles out. Astralis don't move a muscle. They haven't all round since getting that opening kill. Grim with a gamble, he's alone on B. He does have that kit, but in a retake like this, it could be pretty difficult. Astralis have all the utility for a full execute. We know their B plays with the smokes or the mollies can be tantalizing. And so can Grim put a stop to it? Can Grim do anything as Astralis set up towards B?
Oh, the pressure is going to be on for old mate Grim. Those smokes raining in. And out here in international waters where Grim, not quite as proven as the rest of his team, well, he will just have to concede this bomb site for now. Bit of damage through the smoke, but it really is nothing to write home about here for Liquid. This pistol now kind of hanging in the balance, and it's Astralis who are looking good. Liquid already falling off with Naf. He's going back to check the flank, and yeah, grabbing that USP on his little journey. Swing from Elige, doesn't find anything, and now, oh, it's looking like an Astralis pistol. It's looking like they should have this locked in. There will be a bit of a response from Twist, but the time's already too far gone, right? They still have enough, but you would need all these kills so damn quickly, and look, Astralis just aren't giving you anything. They swing it together. From Stewie 2K, and it's left in this 4-on-4. Now the stack at B is getting dismantled. Stewie running through the smoke. It's actually Naf rather, helped out by Elige on this wrap with the deagle. And he was one of the players who stepped up yesterday. Well, he's trying to get this pistol round off to a rip-roaring beginning, and it's left to Zip. Back turn to the man in the pool, and Twist takes his head off. Team Liquid, oh, they're immediately in with this response.
It's coming down to Grim and Stewie, SMGs galore. That 1 AK of Zip coming up to try and trade Glaive is going to be leading in with a Tech 9.
Both playing anti-flash, and now they hear the footsteps. The flash is good, but opened up to Grim in CT. He keeps it even. And there are rotations already on their way round for Liquid. This 4-on-4 has given Astralis a bit of a chance, however. Grim doing what he can to keep Team Liquid in this retake, and now they're posted up, right? They're waiting on the outside of this site for the smokes to fade. They're waiting as well for Twist to throw this flash in so they can look to explode into the site on the retake. Now, time is ticking away from them. There's that flash, and it's lights out for the players back inside, but not for this AK at Banana. Twist's doing what he can. It's a nice little double. Oh, and a third at that. Left to Device, down to the 1v1. Naf tapping the bomb, and Device is in with the swing. Astralis with the B site.
Mollied, and Dupree jumps up, but nothing to be found with the apartments emptied now by Liquid. Obviously an irretrievable gun. It was only a MAC-10 at that, but that's a huge start for Liquid. Astralis, they've gone for 3 B plays in a row. They look to try and change things up now. Liquid being conditioned, moving a third man over in this 5-on-4. And a double short side setup for Liquid. Got to deal with the devastating Danes.
Double pit setup, and they're just having to wait. Now this gives a bit of an avenue over towards long for Astralis, and that's scary. Oh, a missed smoke there thrown out from Glaive. Now, there are plenty of others who can look to fill that gap, so it's not the end of the world. But that's given up a bit of the game now. If you're Liquid, you've heard these 2 smokes go in. You know there's at least 2 people here hugging this long corner. And so we see Stewie peeling back round from B, now waiting at Arch side. Astralis going to regroup over here at short, and this is where that double pit setup could be so deadly. Glaive leading the charge, doesn't check the pit, but a few missed shots from Twist, and it's a little bit ugly. Naf now giving up his aim of the game, that he is here, and Glaive getting into the graveyard, but look at Stewie, he's gotten out, he's denied the bomb plant. 20 seconds, and time now becomes the concern for Astralis. Stewie trying to beat them with the clock. Naf just looking to buy time from the pit, but he's not able to do so. And so Magis will regain control of this bomb. He's going to get it down just in time. Still a chance for Liquid as they move in on the retake. This rifle still standing, still up, and looking to try and best Glaive in the graveyard, but he's just not giving up anything, and there's the double swing. Grim's put down as well in a strong...
On a bit of a mission to figure this one out as he gets flashed on in. He's not going fast though, and that bomb is still back in spawn. Zip might figure this out the hard way. Molly to burn Liquid back. There's a tick to a liege, but nothing more. And now Astralis piecing together this round. They've worked it out. B is clear.
This is a free round for Astralis, and they know it. They're very, very happy with how this one's panned out. And even though they know that B site is clear, you'll note that guys like Zip still waiting here in alt mid. Also, having this crossfire set up with Dupree, it's going to be pretty devastating to these pistols. And Astralis, they're trying to kill hunt. Well, they do get punished on Dupree. Zip now's given up his position as well. The rest of Astralis are trying to come back to help out, trying to bail their teammate out of this rather awkward position. And this runs the risk of maybe giving more kills over to Liquid, but it's only Twist left, and they're just circling him. That is domination, man. Yeah, they lose too, but they're trying to make a bit of a statement. They're trying to get in Liquid's heads. You know, you got to think, right? Like Astralis, every time they've played Liquid prior, they've been very, very used to having outbrain guys like Nitro, but with him, there was at least that familiarity, that kind of respect. In terms of, you know, looking at Astralis versus Liquid, to them, Stewie's pretty unproven in the IGL role. So they're trying to bully him early on. They're trying to show, like, yeah, we know what you're doing. We're one step ahead of you. And they're off to this 4-1 start, but now we got this rifle round coming through for Team Liquid.
Yeah, think about how close that one gun round came for Liquid with a single M4 and a lead, right? That was down to the 2-on-2, so Liquid looking to get off to a hot start here. Nades up B, traded both ways. Device eats one, Stewie gives it up. We've already seen Liquid looking pretty keen to re-flash back into B in some of these rounds and retake that banana control. Pretty common to see those set mollies on car, the smoke at the half wall thrown over from the safety of B. Grim is lining something up of that nature as well, and a re-molly for Stu slows it down yet again. But Astralis, they've got all the time in the world. Happy to wait it out. 2 smokes, 1 Molotov, and an entourage of flashes for this T side. So just enough for a B execute. What that means as well is Liquid, if the Astralis need to force Liquid's util and their hand out right here, right now. If they try and throw an execute in and Liquid drop a molly, drop a smoke, then Astralis, they'll have to commit through or wait for the util to fade. Could be quite the problem. They only have 1 smoke left up. Long gets replenished. Naf cuts it off again and says, if you want mid, you can have it. We believe in our B hold. We believe in our 2-man setup. Although that's not where this one will end. Liquid holding strong with 3 on this A site. Magist looking for a gap in the smoke. Liquid giving nothing over at B. And Astralis set up for what looks like the 30-second execute on A.
And looking at the A site, outside of the 1 flashbang on a Liege, that's all Team Liquid have to try and slow this down. And it's already been thrown into the apartments. That flash gets nothing done for Liquid, so now you're relying on the aim, and the aim alone. There's the support from Naf to bail Twists out, and Naf's putting on a bit of a show. There's no time for Magisk. Astralis, they get swept under the rug by Team Liquid there. Naf makes it look easy with that crossfire between the balcony player and him. They'll put that second round on the board for
the place to help out Liquid on that crossfire. Saved AK, pistols elsewhere. Astralis already taking a breather. And this one's off to a hot and heavy start, right? Money going both ways. No clear victor in sight. Bit of aggro B, Stewie. Oh, as the smoke blooms, that's the 1 gun gone. Dupree does have Kevlar. Will that weapon be thrown over to him? They've got to meet him in the middle first. Glaver's picked it up and scampered out of there alive. Stewie's gone even further. Smoke for Liquid. Astralis have no grenades in this round. It's all about the gunfights. It's all about the battle of Dupree trying to regain this banana control. Grim can set Stu up with a flash as well. This has been quite the 1-2 punch for Liquid on this B bomb site. Is it going to be able to hold strong with Stu in such a committed position?
Well, Astralis check it as well, because Grim is trying to bait them in. Grim's trying to give the illusion. By the way, we're not here, but Stewie, he definitely is. Oh, he sends Astralis packing, and Stewie is on for the ace. They're trying to give it to him, but Twist will take it away. But last time we saw Liquid and Astralis play on Inferno was kind of fairly recently, back at that DreamHack Masters winter. And there they managed a 5-round CT side. Well, already they're well and truly on their way to that. There, it was all thanks to like a little late streak earlier on, later on in the half. Well, here they've hit the ground running, and that is a necessity for Liquid.
Yeah, something Stewie said in that interview earlier was the fact that, you know, Astralis don't feel like the Astralis that Liquid have played on LAN at those big tournaments. And so Liquid feeling more confident than ever, looking to end the year on a high. There's that retake utility we see coming out from Liquid, trying to regain banana control. They don't push in too heavy-handedly with it, and Astralis are keen to give it up, jumping back through the smoke and conceding this position. Still looking to retake it in an instant. Grim lining the flash. Stewie again tucked in a little off angle. They're not ready for this. He's behind the sandbags. But Glaive can see him. There it is. Poking out. The flash is late. Grim is alone. And Astralis could just commit and take him down at the back of the site.
Yeah, that's exactly what Liquid are worried about. They're already pulling players around. They're freaking out. There's the flash to try and set Grim up, but he peeks a little early. And through the smoke, Magisk actually wipes them out. So Grim is all alone. Finally, there's a bit more supportive utility, but they still best Grim in the head-to-head. He has given Liquid a bit more stock in this retake, a bit of a fighting chance. It's Naf and Twist left on the other side, and that CT smoke having to get replenished by Astralis. There is a bit of a gap in it. Naf will deny the bomb plant as well through the smoke, and now there is a real opportunity for Liquid to somehow pull this back from the brink of defeat. Device with the swing, cannot get it done, and Team
will cost them rounds. The little details that have a big impact, and more so for Liquid than not. Grim, hey, he may have peeked into the flash, but he still doubles down and sets Liquid up for a round that pushes Astralis to pistols. It's their pick in the series, one of many. A BO5 with 2 bans, nothing surprising there in the veto. Just walking up short. He's got a lovely little timing here, but there's 4 players for Liquid to play that trade. Luckily, the flash doesn't hit him. That could have been the tag that gives everything away to Liquid. They still got their eyes on the prize. Twist, though, digged out of the pit by Dupree. Stewie on long on that rotate. Bomb is far back, and Naf dropping the molly. They're going to go right through it. No fear for Astralis, and no reason to be, because Glaive picks up another, and these Deegs are coming to life. A Liege pushing back in. Doesn't see the Porch player. Still finding a 1-for-1, and Dupree left in a clutch without the bomb.
Oh, no, but he tries to go for it. He thinks he's safe, and that's where Grim, coming up through the banana, gives that little 1-2 punch.
Cash is starting to build up for Liquid with cleaner and cleaner rounds. That one certainly wasn't, but I think you just take what rounds you can get when you're up against the Danes. Boost up for Stewie. Doing something different every round. Pushing through, playing aggressive on this flank. Tucked at sandbags, flashed in by Grim. Now he's going on the other side of the banana. Astralis taking that top mid control, but again, bomb drop back at mid. Will likely be retaking some semblance of B control. Stewie has to smoke that Molotov. Oh no, it doesn't work! It goes in deep and he burns to a crisp. It was bullets or fire, and Stewie couldn't pick which. It's a 5-on-3. Astralis running round behind B. Grim needs something heroic, and jumping through the smoke. Device can trade him, and that's just the round there and then. That is an unfortunate series of events for Stewie, and it's netted Astralis a 5th.
Man, the smoke criminal doing hard time to that Molotov at banana. That is rough. You really hate to see it. That essentially is what makes the whole round fall apart, right? They deal with him, and it's a nice attempt from Grim to try and bail them out in any meaningful way. You know, he had to go huge. Like, if you're looking at Grim there, really, he needed to kind of get all 3 if Liquid wanted to feel at all comfortable there.
Even then.
And with the CT wrap coming in, he knew his fate was sealed. Device is even hunting down these saving players, really trying to punish Team Liquid. Twist just wants to survive with the AWP, but look all across the map, man. This is Astralis. This is what we talk about. They've loved being very, very relentless in a lot of these games, being really, really punishing, trying to take away everything they can.
Miffed by that one, he's going to come in with a big green. Naf, Molly will bounce back down middle. Not going as deep as he would have liked, but Astralis are up ult anyway, very fast at that.
We've actually got the double AWP as well, so that's allowed for this 4-man stack over towards A. In spite of that, though, it's only Twists in the site who could actually offer up resistance. And with him getting toppled, all right, Grim and Liege with the UMP utility combo. They might have made this doable after all. This was looking like it could have been just a save right away for Liquid. And now suddenly a 4-on-3. They're enticed, they're interested. They're trying to give Stewie a chance to shine on this AWP. They've boosted him up and over, and he's been given a chance to find this pit player. That's Magisk knocked out of the round. Zip and Device This was looking so good for Astralis, and now we're really relying on this flank from Device to come through, and come through it shall in glory as Device puts up 6 for Astralis. He saves the day with that wrap back through the short side, never checked by Liquid. They never saw him, and so he...
I like the pace of that round as well for Astralis, right? They just get to cycle those Moto smokes. They've gone in so early that they still have all their grenades for the post plant. It keeps Liquid out for a good amount of time, and now stuck behind bars are Liquid. No money. Just the pistols at the back of the B bomb site. Boosted is Stewie, waiting for that contact play. Magisk, ooh boy. He looks aware, but there's the dink for Stewie. Lovely damage. Magisk getting put down low. They know there's 2 at the back of Dark now. Are they ready for the CT player that might as well run through? You got nothing to lose if you're NAF Fly coming in with a USP. Oh, Glaive turns, and the timing is perfect for Astralis as they clean sweep this anti-eco. Liquid lost in the source. May as well look for exits, but Device offering nothing up.
Yeah, real shame, right? Naf tries to go for that hero play, but the smoke actually... Listen, Liege was just hoping to do some economic damage, maybe get out of it with a gun, and he quickly realizes, well, that's not happening, is it? He's a very, very influential player, and so with him stepping up, that at least bodes well in repelling these A takes. But this B site's been getting a pretty harsh Astralis treatment.
Yeah, the patience is painful for Liquid to deal with. Stewie tries to make a bit of a move and gets double naded down to 50. We do have a lot of utility for Liquid in this round, so again, the aim of the game is just stalling Astralis as long as they can, using that clock to their advantage. Dupree taking apartments, often been hit on his lonesome. Glaive getting that long smoke that has been missing from time to time in multiple Astralis games, but it will be all fine and dandy for now. Retake utility at B, Liquid throwing in the Molotov. Device is patient with his orb, the first of this game as well. In a gun round. Liquid don't have their own. Minute on the clock, and you can see how aware of the control that Astralis have as well. You know, Glaive is just standing in the mid-choke with nades out. Astralis know where Liquid are, what they're doing, and likely to expect a triple A setup still, as they've barely put any pressure on B since that early utility. Hall's lurk smoke coming out. Is Zip going to be able to drop Pit? And most importantly, can Twist put a stop to it?
Well, that molly complicates things for Twist. He smokes it off, but now they know he's here, and he is trapped in a cage of his own making, trying to get out. Does get ahead of this smoke, and is given a bit more room to fight than Astralis could be ready for. There's one for Twist, and the wrap from Elige is well-timed and well-played. He's in with a double. Oh, make it a third, and he might end this whole thing. It's him and Twist coming together in a blaze of glory. 6 on the board for Lick.
Smoke flanking B and winning it there. He does it again, wrapping long to short, and even more aggression for Liquid is the port of Cool. Push down mid for 3 players with the AWP supporting. Magisk is holding, and Elige won't find the drop on him. Liquid throw in the towel. They give mid away to Astralis with that pick going the wrong way. It was a nice try. I like the change of pace for Liquid, right? No longer at the bane of Astralis' executes. They try and take early kills. Not going to be gifted anything, though. And now Astralis, these are the rounds that you know, while the numbers maybe haven't been great for them in this event, you would hope that they can weather the storm. Plenty of util, plenty of time, and the man advantage with Liquid split 2-2. Naf long AWP. And Magic's selling B. Will the bomb go back and join him? It's a double CT setup for Liquid. That will at least speed up the rotations if they want to give this a go on A, and that certainly seems like the play for Astralis. More smokes in, plenty of time to get up into the site. They're going to try and wrap the long side. They force Naf off with Yorp. Due to them being down an A player, he's gone through that smoke again, and Device catches him coming right back. B is open for the taking. Stewie's in spawn. Are Astralis ready for it? They're doubling back in middle. They're not going to wrap B with Magisk. They're going to take short instead, where only Twist sits.
Oh, the flash is brutal, leaves him blind. The spray, while it is good for 1, that's all he can muster. And it falls to Stewie. Now, he has bypassed this player wrapping CT. Oh. They don't know he's here. They don't know that he's in the site. Dupree needs to win this. And indeed he will, just about. But that becomes so important, essentially, for Stewie there. He's 1v2, and if he deals with that...
Great, and he doesn't know that all of Astralis are hunting him down in what was expected to be a B play. That was quite the take, quite the fake for Astralis, feigning a mid to B, doubling back on the short side, and trading effectively as they often do. It's 8-6. Astralis looking to run away with the T side half. It's a better showing from Liquid than last time, but it's still Astralis writing the story. They get a pick early up at A. Push through the smoke was a lead, and now Astralis back up for what should be a B execute with this long lurk player. Naf, no orb, caught out in the flash, and twist bind as well. It's a perfect flash banger from Glaive, and Device even catches Grim reaggressing. It looked like an A play, and now it will be. Astralis had the bomb and banana, but with all those kills going their way, there's only Stu to stop him, and he can't do much, finding Device, but the A site is lost.
Yeah, this is looking like that 9-6 solidified, right? And Stewie, he's kind of having to come to terms with that now during this this closing time, or the bomb's ticking away. They're even hunting him, and they'll find him. It's the clash of the IGLs there to round out.
It's going down, and the deep smoke keeps Liquid out, but they are longing for that A site instead. Dupree, here's the feet, pittering and pattering at the top of middle. And Liquid already have to deal with a three-man hold as Astralis have sent Zip right back on the long side. And this, you know, when this execute comes in, they can fast flank. Astralis can come in on a big mid-wrap. Liquid need kills, and they need them now. They need to overrun this A site.
Oh, they don't spot the balcony player. And so as a result, Dupree and Magisk just get away with an absolute slaughter. Oh, no one's even looking. Oh. Magisk is raining death down from above, and he can't believe it. He was never...
MP5 SD for Device. Seeing that more and more. Liquid just giving it up, giving a big eco in, right? If it was a bomb plant on the pistol, maybe they go for the AK Deagles, but for now, just taking things slow and steady, getting their gun rounds in as soon as they can, means that this round will likely be nothing but a wash. Liquid looking to get cleaned up by this AUG. Dupree running it short side. We've seen more and more AUGs for Astralis, especially on train against Na'Vi yesterday. Zip, Dupree, these players are running that weapon up on that CT side. Device mows down a couple, and it's nice and clean and easy for Astralis. 11-6, all things going as they should. But now, can Liquid turn the tide?
Needs. Stewie even taking the hit for the rest of his team. Playing SMG in this round in favor of all this extra utility. And he's going to dump it all into top banana. That keeps Astralis at bay. They were playing triple B to try and contest this banana control, to try and get a hold of it early on, like what we've seen from them in that pistol and the follow-up anti-eco at that. Instead, they're forced to be a bit more measured. Stewie demanding respect from banana.
Yeah, so many rounds Liquid will flash back in and regain top B. Astralis are doing the same on this bonus round, an aggressive maneuver that Liquid won't be putting a stop to, similarly reserved as Astralis were. Boost up in spawn. And you'll notice Dupree's already begun to rotate right back. They've read into this one well. Liquid, oh no, they're walking into a four-man setup. The question is, will Astralis get there in time? There's still that long smoke down. Liquid are walking up short with only two in the site. I say only, it's Magisk and Device.
Oh, a Device hidden in that smoke up on the balcony now. Magisk looking to make a bit of a stand. Oh, how's he gotten away with that? There's a bit of a response coming through from Elysian Naf. That is incredible from Magisk. The flick back into the apartments, and just like that, he has at least given Zip and Glaive with these SMGs a lot more to play with in this round. Would have been a done deal if not for Magisk's heroics. And so now Astralis still looking to make this retake happen. Low on time, but with the kit on Zip, that certainly helps out. They look to separate these fights, and they jump shot Elige out of it. Naf, only good for one of them. And the defuse going to come through with seconds to spare. It's Zip, the last man standing, and he is the man with that kit as well. The retake coming in, and that...
Yeah, it's exciting to see these AUGs carried forward as well, right? Astralis were a team that really abused that Krieg meta at points as well when it was so powerful on the T side. No longer the same case. The AUG took a bit of a backseat. We see players like Simple, for example, start to pick it up, especially on maps like CT Nuke. Karrigan's been running that gun on train for forever, it feels like.
Knife, so, you know, what's that about? Device?
Oh.
It's in that shot, but it's the nades punishing Naf. Twist trying to get out through long, and that molly forces him to commit. Zip with this AUG back in library is just gross. What can you even do to that if you're Team Liquid? And the worst thing is, whenever they have tried to challenge him, at least in Liquid's experience, there's normally been a player in Arch as well, just to complicate matters.
Oh, they're going back. They know Device was AWPing B at the start as well. He was left alone, now joined, and the question on that rotate drawn by Glaive, who will just stick with the 2-2 trust in Magisk in the pit. Or, sorry, rather Dupree. Magisk was dead early to Stewie's Deagle. And some aggression. Re-aggro for Dupree. Does he commit with it? Liquid spread out on this default. Stewie's showing some presence towards Banana, keeping this AWP honed in. Now joining his teammates back on a 3-on-2. Somewhat of a favorable fight for Liquid. They still have that AK left on Grim as well. The problem is the lack of utility. Dupree just tucked down in the pit, unwavering, unmoving. Stewie needs a dig shot, and he does deck him. Zip finds a leech on long. He's got to hold strong. Oh, he's so low. Stewie with a deagle. Can't finish the job. Missed shots. AK picked up, and the time is ticking away. Zip is stalling like a madman, giving nothing to Stewie 2K. And this is embarrassing as Astralis make Liquid look like fools. It's Zipnix with 4 and 14.
Bringing back some of that old Zipnix that we know and love. And so Liquid, it all hinges on this. You know, they worked hard to put up a good scoreline in that first half, but this second half, they found nothing so far. Not a single round. And even in the ones where it looks like they're finally going to get it, we've had heroes step up for Astralis. Liquid, what's the game plan? Because this town, this map ain't big enough for the both of them.
Stewie's on that entry AWP right now. He's looking for openers. He's looking for picks, but re-smokes down for Astralis and nothing given over. With a nade from Zip down Banana plus Device's peak, we're going to have this AWPing head-to-head battle, and it's actually a tag for Stewie. Warmed up off of those dig shots, looking for a little more, but Astralis concede the position, and we know how fast Glaive can be on this rotate. If Astralis think the Liquid are committing, they don't, and they know not to make that mistake. Glaive holding on for an arch side wrap as Astralis double down in the pit. Liquid 30 seconds to get this execute into A.
There's the gap in this match, just with the one-way peeking through it. And Molly is going to force him to take these fights, but he just stands in it. He's fighting to the death. And Molly does burn out. There's still another man down in the pit. That's where Stewie and Twist collapse into the site. And in doing so, this should be them at least staying afloat, at least keeping this game alive that much longer. They need a pretty clean round here. And so Astralis backing off shot
by Astralis.
And that's the thing, right? You think about Astralis and the teams they faced on the run-up to this, right? I'm really looking at Vitality and Na'Vi, and we saw more of that punishing style there, right? And in those teams, the AWP, well, it matters so much. So that money matters so much, and I would argue even more than it does in this Liquid squad. And the fact that they're keeping up, it's always come with some kind of caveat. Well, now they finally got one. They've got that 7th round. They've denied 15 to Astralis. But this journey to a comeback is still beginning for Liquid with a long way left to go.
Silent boost up apps. Stewie taking the AWP into apartments. Now that is bold. Looking for the short pick, but Astralis have been so passive in not giving away these early A entries. I say that, Magisk falls off the balcony. Stewie knocks him down a peg, and now Liquid. An opener, maybe another, a missed shot for Stewie. The AWP does tag him down. Device firing off on this A side. Liquid know that they have him trapped in default. They're going to double wrap back towards this CT spawn, looking to take over B. Zip getting run down with the AWP. The nade is good, but Naf with a trade, and this bomb is still waiting back in middle. Naf does another entry towards that B site, and that should surely open things up for Liquid. All they know about is Device. They've lost Dupree, and that's why they're questioning this commitment into B, but with Device feeding the beast of Stewie on his second, now they know B is likely open.
I mean, yeah, they've got to know it, right? They've seen both these players over towards A. That was always the intention, was to take it. Twist is even hunting down Dupree, and the timing just off for him. He gets off the angle as Twist swings into it. So 8 on the board for Liquid with that B-wrap. Naf coming alive really helps save that.
At the end of the round as Magisk stalls as long as he possibly can. Dupree has the cover, and Liquid at a certain point, you don't want to fully send into this exit. Gonna get away with their own guns instead as they build round 3 here. And both of the rifles for Astralis poised perfectly for this take. The flashes are good. Zip is hiding. Dupree drops the smoke, but there's no Molotov down. But just with a spray, only gets one. The guns are gone. It's Zip still standing tall with the Deagle. Finds an M4 and just needs to stay alive off the back of this smoke. Dropped by Dupree. A Liege dead through it. And while Twist trades, it's come at a cost. 20 seconds. The plant needs to happen, and the flanks are so fast.
Yeah, Device has just missed that first timing, but it's this bomb plant that scares me. It's this bomb plant that's scary. Stewie with the turnaround will deal with Device. And so it's Glaive left up all alone. 5-7 out. Bomb working against him, and a 1v2 to try and navigate. Stewie not missing a beat with the read on the game, the read on the...
Off of his contact, Stewie boosted again. He died last time Device was holding this position, but instead backed up on long, with only Zip in the back of the B-bomb site, joined by Glaive pretty shortly. Astralis have been very good at switching things up, right? Not necessarily the same players in the same positions every round, not necessarily what you'd expect for Liquid when you're looking at the kill feed. You're thinking, oh, I killed the long player, killed the B player, but Astralis still sneaking in different spots. Stewie, here's that shot. Doubles Porch, sees Magisk, who does take the kill. Dupree, not even needed to do a thing, is still here, ready and waiting. Astralis can give it up. Dupree bounds out as they take the advantage.
Yeah, if you're Astralis, you know it's only a matter of time till the Molotovs start to fly in, so that utility complements it. And so they back out, they take that man advantage. As mentioned by Yanko earlier on, we know Astralis is this team that loves to play the numbers game, right? That was how they exploded into view all those years ago. And so for Liquid, it's back to a desperate B play, an attempt to hold on, to keep this comeback roaring to life. The flashes are in. Oh. It's Glaive and Zip putting on a bit of a show, but Stewie once again is in with the openers, and Twist is actually looking to extend this into a 2-on-2, was trying to peek over that CT smoke. Now that it's faded, he's had to drop down to oranges. He's out here on a bit of a limb all alone. Stewie is the man to try and reclaim. Oh. Out through CT goes Device, and it's all left onto Twist. 1 versus 3. He fell down here earlier, and now he's got to put on a bit of a show, but he can't. Device, curtains closed, and Astralis are on to 15. Map point solidified. It takes them a little while to get there, but eventually they do break Liquid down.
Investment will come right back through with the AWP as well, and that's been one of the weapons that has really got Liquid to this scoreline. Can it keep them in the map? Can it drag them to overtime? Triple B for Astralis. Device waiting on a very tight angle, trying to peek off the back of the molly fade. Grim throwing another one in, and Device must respect it as to not burn. Grim still eats damage. Flashed up through the Molotov. Device should have heard this. The flash is good. Glaive checks, and yeah, Grim is caught fully blinded. Stewie hits Device and takes a leg in the process. Still standing tall, but the M4 should finish the job. And Glaive with a mow down for Astralis. He perishes. No ace today. It's Twist alone, and this should be a lost round, a lost map. Astralis running rampant, running wild on Inferno. It may have not been